Hello, drama lovers. Welcome back to K-pop world. That day, the atmosphere in the room was calm. No big cameras, no dazzling stage, just a soft sofa, a small table with some teacups, and a screen softly illuminating a white wall. The session was meant to be a casual break, an escape from the spotlight. But nobody realized that in that quiet moment, a long-hidden truth would finally begin to unravel. Xiao Zhan sat there. His posture was calm and composed, a faint smile lingering on his lips, but something was different. His eyes seemed empty, as if he was waiting for something uncertain. Then, someone from the staff dared to press play on an old video, a behind-the-scenes clip from the drama that once propelled him to stardom. And everyone present became witness to something completely unexpected. The video opened with familiar moments, laughter, teasing, small gestures shared by two people who truly knew each other. Wang Yibo's face appeared on the screen, and at that moment, the world around Xiao Zhan seemed to freeze. He didn't cry immediately. No, not even a single tear fell in that first moment. But his silence was more painful than tears. His head bowed slightly. His breath hitched. His fingers gripped his pants fabric tightly. There was no dialogue, no obvious reaction. Only that deep gaze on the screen, filled with doubt, as if his mind refused to believe, but his heart remembered first. "Why does this voice feel so familiar?" he whispered. Softly, almost inaudible. But that was enough to make the room freeze. Just days earlier, the public had been stunned by the news that Xiao Zhan had been discharged from the hospital after intensive treatment. Yet the rumors spreading were even more alarming than anything reported before. He had lost part of his memory. The story first came from a hospital staffer who noticed Wang Yibo arriving late at night, his face tense and eyes puffy. He didn't say much, but before entering Xiao Zhan's room, he was overheard saying, "As long as he's okay, I don't mind if he forgets me." That statement was enough to make anyone cry, because only someone who truly loves can accept being forgotten. And that's what made everyone wonder. What really happened between Xiao Zhan and Wang Yibo? What do all their silent gestures mean? And, most heart-wrenching of all, did they ever love each other, but chose silence to keep everything looking neat? Now, after that video moment went viral, the puzzles seemed to be resurfacing in full force. Fans dissected every millisecond of Xiao Zhan's expression when he saw Wang Yibo's face. Not just because he lowered his head, but because his eyes reddened and his lips moved slightly, whispering something. Yibo. This wasn't speculation. Some fans, skilled in lip reading, shared their analysis. That name appeared more than once. Even after the video had ended, Xiao Zhan remained motionless for several minutes, as though his soul had stayed behind in that past moment. A memory he didn't even know he had. But our bodies sometimes store more than our minds. One video, one moment, and the wound hidden behind that composed face finally cracked. Many say true love never really disappears. It simply sleeps. And perhaps that dormant, long-buried love in Xiao Zhan's heart is awakening again. Comments flooded social media. Many were written through tears. He doesn't remember consciously, but his soul does. That's not an empty cry. Xiao Zhan doesn't need to explain anything. His tears speak more honestly than any words. If he truly forgot, why did his body still react? Why did his heart still tremble? I believe there's a memory too powerful to be erased. And one comment stood out the most. What he loses may be a name, but not the feeling. We can deny facts. We can suppress feelings. But we can't pretend when our own bodies signal that something inside us remains unfinished. And maybe that's what Xiao Zhan is feeling right now. That footage didn't just go viral. It triggered a wave of conspiracy theories, emotional speculations, even a faint hope that maybe this is the beginning of their reunion. Or at least, the healing of wounds long hidden. Several entertainment outlets tried contacting their agencies, but so far, no official statement has been released. Xiao Zhan's management only said that he's still recovering and isn't ready to return fully to the public. But even that statement adds to fans' worries. If his memories are returning, is he going through an internal battle far more painful than what we imagine? There was one old interview clip of Wang Yibo going viral again. When asked about the hardest memory to forget, he replied softly, "It's not a place, it's someone." And when they asked if that person knew how precious they were, Wang Yibo stayed silent. His faint smile couldn't hide the pain in his eyes. Now, as Xiao Zhan begins to react emotionally to moments from his past, many are hoping that time will bring them back together. Not as a screen couple always in the spotlight, but as two souls who once cared for each other silently. Because some wounds cannot be shared, and some memories cannot be explained. If Xiao Zhan truly lost part of his memory, and if Wang Yibo is part of that past, then what we're witnessing isn't just a reunion. It's a struggle between logic and heart, between what was lost and what remains. We can only wait. But this wait feels different. Not just waiting for news, but waiting for a miracle. Waiting for one name to return, to be remembered by someone who once called it with love. Because we all know, in life's drama, the most painful loss isn't losing someone. It's being forgotten by someone who meant everything. And now, when Xiao Zhan looks at the screen and cries for something he can't explain, perhaps that is the moment when his heart speaks, even though his mind is quiet. Because not all memories require words. Sometimes, a name and a tear are enough. What do you think? Is Xiao Zhan truly beginning to remember Wang Yibo? Or is this just an illusion born from deep loss? Share your thoughts in the comments. And as always, we will continue to follow this story closely, with caution and care. Because for their story, every single second feels meaningful. Don't forget to subscribe. This story is far from over. See you in the next episode, only on K-Pop World.